Are you done typing so we can be serious?
This is Mark and Charity's Coffee Podcast.
Finally, a smile, if not a giggle, from you.
Recently voted the worst podcast on Spotify.
No, you're telling me to be serious. I let off a little snicker, and then you laugh. I've been waiting for a laugh all morning.
Not getting one.
Right from the get-go. I thought today was going to be the best day.
It's my favorite day.
And it still is. It still is. Because it is your most favorite day of the year.
Yeah.
And from the time you turned your mic on, you're like, oh, it's going to be, I don't know.
Terrible day.
It's a terrible day.
Well, it's a bittersweet day.
Why couldn't today be good? Well, it's not really sunny, but it's not snowing and sleeting and freezing rain and all the rest, not until tonight. So I thought, why? What is going on? And then you pull out
the pickle.
The big pickle.
It is the 1st of March, so the pickleball trophy that I got for the month of February, I now must surrender, or as you put online, perfectly used, relinquish. So when we're done this podcast...
Pry out of his hands.
When we're done the podcast, I'm going to drive to Trenton and hand it over to my co-captain, Mark Phillips of Mystical Distributing, who will lovingly look after and parade it around town for the next 31 days. Until he gets to hand it over to somebody for April. And my time with the trophy is over. And it's difficult to let go of a pickle when you've had it for a month. I just found that, you keep both hands on it because you never know when it's going away.
Oh, my God.
And so it's just a little bittersweet today. That's all.
We had to take a farewell picture this morning.
Yeah.
And put on socials. And apparently you're taking a picture of when you hand it off.
Right. There'll be a lot of tears again.
Mark.
Yeah.
Phillips.
There'll be great elation on his part and devastation on mine. It's a big part of my life.
Well, you know what? Maybe Ken should have made everybody a trophy.
Well, I have one. I do have my own trophy.
No, I know. A participation trophy. Yeah. I understand that.
It's not no.
No, you are the champion. What I mean is everybody should have a championship trophy to keep, like the Mirrorball trophy.
Yeah.
That you get to keep.
No, I agree with you, but it's a fundraiser for the Y, and Dave Allen's like, enough, you guys.
Come on.
Can some of that money actually go?
You get to keep the rest, Dave. Let's just get some trophies.
What's $100 a person? What's another $1,200?
Sorry, you're right. It's a fundraiser. But you know what? David Allen doesn't have to sit here and listen to the trophy talk either.
Was it that bad? Yeah,
no,
it kind of was.
No, it wasn't.
It really is.
At the beginning of the month, when you hinted that it might be a daily log of how the trophy was doing, that I did. I was wondering how that would go.
Right, yeah.
But it wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't bad at all. It was very good.
Nobody beats a bit dead like I do. Like that dead horse.
You want to talk about an arcing story.
Yeah, just this thing never dies. Why are you still talking about it?
No, it was fun. And you should be proud, of course.
I am very proud of my pickle.
And brag and get it out.
And it deserves
I was going to say get it out there, but don't get it out there. Spread the word. Not even spread the word.
So anyway, that's going on today.
I have nothing. Nothing.
That's going
nothing
on today.
I say. It's going to be good. So yeah, there was that. And then you stirred the horn or poked the hornet's nest a little bit with the auction that's now going on.
It's really great. Yesterday I had
a fun way, in a very fun way.
And the thing is, what's funny is I still had my work pass on because I walk around and I use it like a badge to get me into places.
Well, we
work
all
at
do.
Starboard.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I have 2 pins on there, right?
Yes,
I have my Tim Hortons pin. But I also have my Children's Foundation pin from the auction, the online radiothon that we did. And they
Kids Can't Wait radiothon.
Yeah. They're so happy to see it. It's like it's there all year. I forgot. They thought maybe I put it on because I had the meeting. No. It's on all the time.
Our lanyards just collect stuff. I think, I've got my kindness ribbon on there too. So it collects
things. That's coming up next week.
But that's good you were wearing it because you had your meeting yesterday to talk about the upcoming gala in support of the Children's Foundation this weekend.
My role is fun to need, and I thought, it just doesn't. Like that. It seems like it should be more.
How long has this gala been going on?
It's going on a while.
And it's always been called Fun to Need?
I think so. I think it picked up when we were doing it for the hospital, and the hospital called it Fun to Need, and because hospitals need things. But the Children's Foundation, I thought, fund the future. Because that's really what we're doing.
And you said that on air. And we did
potential.
There was a reaction to that. And they said, Mark, you're right. Because you are. Yeah. You're putting money, you're
investing.
Thank you.
It's
you're
not
investing
a charity.
in
It's an investment.
The future, the next generation, in these kids' lives to help them grow and be the best person they can be as they grow.
CIBC Sam Brady and his organization are the title sponsors, and he's an investment guru and would tell you that the investments that you give to the 5 to 9-year-olds in care along the way, $50 here, $100 there, when they get to be university age and they're getting scholarships from the Children's Foundation, that's ROI. That is return on investment.
Absolutely.
You have provided that gap that they, through no fault of their own, as children, did not have the necessary resources that every other child might have. And that's why the Children's Foundation exists. So I have the easiest job in the room. If you paid to go to that gala, you support those kids. I don't need to convince you to pay more and donate for Fund the Future. You already buy it. I get to just stand there and say, you, how much are we up to? So that's what I get to do. But there's always a show, right?
Of course. Mark doing a show?
Know that. They would be disappointed if I said, who would like to give? Raise your hand. It would be like, I didn't get here to not get a show.
More. I thought he'd do more. Is he not doing? Is this earlier? Of course, Mark's going to do more.
How old is he now? He's really mailing it in. No. So I have my show ready.
You're working on that now, and I can't wait to hear how you change it.
I was walking around during the 8 o'clock news, going over it in my head, and one of our coworkers walked in the room and said, "Who are you talking to?" Nobody.
Leave me alone.
I'm just trying it out loud. What does it sound like? I'm a creative person.
Wait for Friday. You'll get the shtick. I'll do a run through with you, and then I'll take it. But I am looking forward to it because you come up with these snappy little things. So if you have a suggestion, by all means, share it.
Yeah.
But when I said poke the hornet's nest, not only are you're going to be there in person, and yes, buying a ticket, raising money. You're doing your part.
Yep.
But the live auction launched yesterday too, or it went live yesterday. So you can go online. So we were looking this morning at some of the items you can bid on. And you honed in on being police chief a day. And it was so good.
Well, I went through what you get because I said, that would be amazing. 24-hour reign of terror. That's what you get for... No.
I don't know that everybody would look at it that way, Mark.
My impression of what that would be... the way I could get even for a full day.
See, and I think that's a good way for people to continue to bid so Mark doesn't get 24 hours for reign of terror.
You don't want that.
I would become very nervous because you know me. And now it's like, am I on the hit list? Am I gonna get pulled over?
She goes home down Wolber's loyalist.
Exactly.
She's in a great vehicle.
It's already happened, Mark. I don't need another one.
She doesn't have updated insurance.
Yes, I do. Don't you dare.
But anyway, so Chief Callahan texts us halfway this morning when we're talking like, I can hear you, right?
Exactly.
Oh.
Because you called him out too. We thought it was for a day. It says for a day, and it's only for half a day.
Duration says half day. Well, wait a minute. And it's like, you can attend meetings. Yawn.
We want the car.
Yeah, I want a car.
We want to chase somebody. We want to maybe pull somebody over.
Yeah, I want the full experience.
I say gun, but I realize that having a weapon, maybe not.
Maybe. Do I cannot wear
something like just to pretend.
Can I at least have a vest and a walkie-talkie?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something official. Something that's going to make me feel. I'll put it on and feel like police chief.
So anyway, apparently the way I described is not at all what it's like, but okay. And his wife, Terry, who's delightful, is making 24 butter tarts.
And you mentioned those as well.
That's $40. So you could almost get the butter tarts for more than it would be to spend the day down with the police service. Because the tarts are amazing.
Well, and especially, as you pointed out, homemade.
Oh, my gosh,
not just the butter, the massive amount of butter, but the love.
How about a hot air balloon ride over the Bay of Quinte?
That would be so cool. Have you ever done that?
I have done in Stratford. I haven't done it here in Belleville.
I did it in Ottawa, one of those sunrise ones.
You have to do it sunrise or after. I did a sunset one. You can't do it through the day
because of the winds.
You can't do it through the day. But amazing. It is. And
it'll be here over the Bay of Quinte. And I know this is awful. It won't be north. You won't be over
Okay. So
It is a bad joke, but you won't be in the Yukon doing it or
That's
over
right.
any of the Great Lakes. You'll be over the Bay of Quinte.
Congratulations. The Russians aren't watching you.
I've seen that meme so many times.
Yeah, I know.
Over the last couple of weeks. And it's not funny. It is a very serious situation.
But just in case you were concerned.
But in case you were concerned, no. And it is
gonna be.
spectacular. Spectacular.
And there are dozens and dozens and dozens on the silent auction on the page at childrensfoundation.ca from other experiences and gift baskets. And
healthcare.
Healthcare.
Like there's spas on there, there's treatments, there's all kinds of
a
things.
box of fireworks from Mark Phillips.
Oh, my goodness.
That
Well,
I'm
that
gonna go
season-
see today from
Yep.
Mystical Distributing. He's already a past angel. He's already been a long-time supporter. He's done his time and been celebrated. Is he out? Of course not.
he's gonna give
donating.
you-
He's still going to raise his
Yep.
paper on Saturday night because I'm going to make him. Because we were pickleball partners. And, I'm going to lean on that. Because
See, this is what I mean. If you were police chief, the people that
know.
would be on your list, Mark, because I know, like you would just zero in, like
would
you will
be-
Saturday.
Yeah.
I know you. I know you. You're going to give money. You're going to, open that wallet up. Here we go.
Make me yank your pickle. I just want the
Oh, my
money.
gosh.
Give me
Really?
the money. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be a lot. So anyway,
is.
bid on that because
Yes.
it goes. I should have looked. I think
5
it
days.
goes
It's like 5 days so it goes until Monday.
till Monday. So
Yeah.
it goes past the gala.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes. Because they'll have the gala Saturday.
Yeah.
And then they'll have more money coming in.
And there's no
on the
live
Monday.
auction this year.
No, just
but
the silent
Boyd is going to do something. So I have like an infinite now responsibility because whatever they would have made on the other auction, kind of got to make it up, Mark, with Fund the Future.
Okay.
So could you kind of like put your effort into it
Challenges
this year?
has been set.
Yeah. Gauntlet dropped.
Yep.
But Boyd's still going to be there. And I love this part. After dinner, Boyd is going to get up and be pure Boyd. He's not going to ask for money.
But yeah, you said he wasn't auctioning things.
He's not, but he's
Okay.
going to be pure Boyd. His role is the best. Boyd is one of the first guardian angels to have been celebrated when they began doing the guardian angel galas. For all the work he's done in the community, limitless. Totally, yeah. His job now is to toast all of the guardians that have come before him and welcome Alicia Camp into the fold.
So he's going through all the angels?
Yeah. There's close to like
Well,
30 of them
I know,
now. And
there's a
unfortunately,
lot.
we've lost two
Yeah.
with John Williams and Peter Smith, who are always celebrated. And then it's like the
Were
Saturday
they
Night
not
Live
celebrated in years
Oh,
prior?
yeah,
Like
for
every
sure.
year, do you not bring them up? Not on physically, but talk about them and
Yeah.
and honor them, and then introduce.
Yes/no.
Okay.
I will say they're always noted, pointed out, and thanked. But this is more
Acknowledged, yep.
ceremonial. This isn't just an acknowledgement. This is the understanding now that we truly, because it was always in my head, and that's not right because I'm not part of the organization. In my head, when I would MC it, it was like, again, the culmination of a wonderful, generous career in the community of giving. You've been a wonderful, wonderful person. But it wasn't the end, right? They always, Ed and Fran Leighton, oh my gosh, I think they were angels 10 years ago. They've probably given out hundreds of thousands of dollars more and still give. So it's that acknowledgement that just because you've been a guardian angel isn't the end of something. It's a recognition that you have done remarkable things and do continue things. So they've reached that point where there are so many that still come back, is we kind of need a part in the ceremony to celebrate what it stands for. And who better to do that than a guy like Boyd who knows everybody? So it's a real special moment for them, rather than simply an acknowledgement at the beginning
because
and
he
read
would-
the names in the program.
Exactly. He
No.
would give it more of a personal touch,
And that's
too.
what
He
it
would
is.
talk about
Yeah.
the people,
Yeah.
not just what they've done, which is incredible,
Yeah.
but who these people are in the community
Sure.
as just individuals in the community giving back, which, that's amazing.
Philanthropists
Oh, my
and-
gosh.
And I know what it does, and I don't know if that's what it's meant to do, but I know what it does for me. It's incredibly inspirational to everybody else in the room.
Well, it humanizes them, too, right? Inspires you.
It's not just quote
to
unquote
give.
low-hanging fruit
Yeah.
among the charity sector. We all know the top 10 people we would go to in this, and they've all been made angels. But they continue to stay. They continue to say yes and they continue to give, and that needs to be celebrated.
Absolutely.
And you know, there are going to be many more, and I can think of 3 or 4 people after Alicia Camp, who was also in my list as who the next angels are going to be. They're in my head. I don't want to say them out loud. A, it embarrasses them, and B, if they aren't asked, then it's like, well, what happened?
Yeah, but you have them in your head, and you're like, I bet. I'm just going to hang on to these.
You know, I know who the next 2 are going to be in my head, right? And if it's somebody else before that, I feel badly thinking, oh my gosh, how did I forget that person, right? So, or that organization, because the Rotary Club one year was the angel.
The group, the organization.
The entire Rotary Club for all they do.
Oh, that's
So here's
awesome.
one organization celebrating it. You'd think they'd be competing for donations. Not in the Quinte region.
Well, and
they celebrate it together.
You work together, and it benefits everybody.
Yeah.
And more.
Oh, my God.
So, of course, they're going to do that. And Rotary does do so much for not just Children's Foundation, but other organizations. It's incredible.
And the Guardian Angels,
Awesome.
it isn't just what they do for the Children's Foundation either. It's what they do for all. So the Children's Foundation celebrates what they do for everybody. Again, it's not just territorial, how much you give or how much time you give.
No,
whether you're a
because
board
the
member or
Children's
us.
Foundation works with so many other organizations.
Every group.
Exactly.
It's great. And, you know, the pandemic, you know, really sucked in a lot of reasons. And not being able to do that. And I think we tried to do it online once, and then they moved it to June, so I couldn't do it last year. And it bummed me out. And it bummed Liz Leighton out. But we're good now. We're all good.
Liz is happy.
Liz is happy. She didn't bring me cookies, so she's not that happy.
But I think she did say something about including them that night.
I think the deal is, if you get to this much money, Mark.
Oh, you got to hit a goal.
If you look like you're putting the effort in.
Yeah. You come in and show no effort, guess
whatsoever.
what?
You're
no
gonna,
cookies.
You get your box of dollar store cookies.
We want the show.
You want Oreos. Got to bring it. Got to bring the show.
Oh, Liz.
So I'm bringing the show Saturday.
Have fun.
I'm just telling you, everybody.
Watch out.
Tell the babysitters to get there early because they're staying late. I'm going to put on a show.
I have no doubt.
It's only 3 minutes long, but it's a show. And then we're going to raise a whack of money, then we're going to dance, and we're going to celebrate. And in the meantime, whether you're going or not, get onto the silent auction and you can get in on those items. It's so
Absolutely.
good. So good. Coming up tomorrow, Throwback Thursday, is Justin Bieber's 29th birthday today.
Shouldn't he be like 100?
Hasn't his career lasted longer than like most people's career?
Like most,
and he's not 30 yet.
He's only 29, and he has lived more life.
Yeah.
Like he's been through, honestly, he's been through a lot. Considering,
Self-admittedly.
Yes.
He looks back and says he did a lot of dumb things.
Well, he grew up, unfortunately, and my heart broke for him when he was going through that, I want to say early 20s, that phase where he
Throwing
really
eggs
couldn't.
against the house.
Yeah, he really couldn't do anything, quote unquote, right. He was making a lot of mistakes, and there were some missteps, and
all in the public eye.
But yeah, exactly. Unfortunately for him, it was in the public eye because we all go through it. His was just caught on social media by everyone. So he has really gone through a lot and had to grow up in front of everybody under that pressure, under the stress, always being judged. It's tough. It is really tough. So joke as much as you want, and Lord knows I have to because it's Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Ben actually is funny right now. On a side note, his hair, he's going for the hockey hair, so he has a bit of a mullet.
Oh my gosh.
And it's growing out a bit in the front, and he flips it. Like it's his
A la Bieber.
Yeah, it's his Bieber flip, and he flips it over, and he's got the haircut that the Bieb started out with way back when. I think you're right. I think it was 13 or 14 when he released Baby.
Yeah, isn't
and
that
now
amazing?
he's 29.
Now he's 29, married, right?
Married,
and didn't we
yep.
all think it would last a week and a half? Because
Honestly, yes.
Haley's a Baldwin, so that family, they're not known for stepping aside and let things happen.
And
they
B,
get involved.
Being young.
Being that young.
And having the lifestyle he has.
And then
nope.
those of us thinking, well, it's just a rebound after Selena Gomez.
Exactly.
Like all of these things
I know, that's what I
conspired
mean, the
against him.
judgment and everybody watching everything he does.
So we celebrate his career. And we do.
We do.
So from 2018, what do you mean, Team Mark?
And
you can
from
vote for that after 8 o'clock.
2015, Lose Yourself, when he teamed up with Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
Who we learned this morning, too. His new album's coming out in May.
Which is great.
Oh, my gosh.
And Justin Bieber's backed off of his tour for this year.
He's canceled it officially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it was postponed in the fall, and now he's canceled across the board. Any remaining dates.
We shall celebrate his birthday today. Get your votes in on Facebook. Winning song coming up after tomorrow on a Throwback Thursday. Jimmy Hollywood. We've got some calls that have come in already about the silent auction. So we're going to hear some of those, including other people who want to be a police chief for a day. That's going to be fun tomorrow morning. And plenty more when you wake up with Mark and Charity Mornings here on 95.5 Hits FM.